Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you for the first debate in the Krakow Talks About Turkey series. The year 2023 is very important for Turkey and for Polish-Turkish relations. First, we have the 100th anniversary of the proclamation of Republic of Turkey, and we have the 100th anniversary for the recognition of the Republic of Turkey by Poland. We want to celebrate this anniversary to organizing talk about Polish-Turkish relation under the common name Krakow Talks About Turkey. Every month, we will talk about a different topic related to Polish-Turkish relations. The first meeting will focus on the innovation and Polish-Turkish economic relation. The organizers for the first meeting are the historian about Turkey and Turkologist about History Channel, the Department of Economics and Organization of Enterprises of the Krakow University of Economics, the Honorary Consulate General of Republic of Turkey in Krakow, and the Regional Center of International Debate in Krakow. My name is Karolina Wanda, and I have the pleasure to organize the whole series and moderate this debate. Allow me to welcome my guest, Ph.D. Mustafa Aldağ, Bandırma, Onyedi, Eylül, Universitesi. Welcome. Ph.D. Zofia, Gródek-Szostak, Krakow University of Economics.
Good morning, everybody.
And Ph.D. Karolina Kotulewicz-Wisińska, Krakow University of Economics. So welcome, my guest, for our debate. And I would like to, for the beginning, I would like to ask the first question for the Dr. Karolina Kotulewicz-Wisińska and ask about what are the determinants of economic development and what are they in the context of the Polish-Turkish economics? So this is the first question for you.
Okay. In addition, taking into account the economic specificity of selected countries, in this case, Poland and Turkey, determinants of economic development are different. For example, the growth of Poland's GDP is largely due to EU membership. Only on the period 2004-2018, the share of demand from EU countries in creating Polish GDP increased from 15.6% to 21.2%, according to the report of the Polish Economic Institute. Poland currently has about 31% higher GDP per capita in PPP than it would have had it not joined the EU. It was export that mainly contributed to the growth of Polish GDP after accession to the European Union. 2/3 of Poland's economic growth was due to export. For example, Poland is open to the influx of foreign direct investments. The dynamic inflow of FDI took place after Poland's accession to the EU. From 2004 to 2021, foreign investments exceeded 244 billion of American dollars, with Germany, France, Spain, and the United Kingdom investing the most of the Polish market. They invest in the service sector, mainly in household and retail trade, and in the industrial sector, mainly in the automotive industry. Poland ranks 9th in the ranking of planned foreign direct investment in Europe. In 2021, there were 23,000 in Poland companies with foreign capital. Poland has the first largest agricultural area in EU. Polish agriculture employs about 10% of all employees, yet agriculture generates 3% of GDP. About 2 million private farms use 90% of the farmland. Poland is the first largest producer of cereals in the EU. In Poland, the automotive, food, energy, metallurgical, machine and electromechanical industries are the most developed. Mining and processing of mineral resources play an important role. However, the majority of Polish GDP is generated by small and medium-sized enterprises, whose share in GDP is 49.1%. And Turkey, for example, the functioning economic model is based on free market economy with a strong role of the state. The basis of the Turkish economy is industry and services. The share of the latter is steadily increasing. Among the strongest industries in the industry are the automotive, petrochemical, and electronics industries. In recent years, they have outdistanced the traditional sector of the Turkish economy, textiles and clothing. Within services, an important place is occupied by tourism, 4% of GDP. Agriculture is the next sector, very important, and economic in Turkey is less important. Also, it still generates about 20% of jobs. About 11% of Turkey's territory is used as agricultural land. Turkey has been implementing a new model of economic development since November 2021, which is focused on production, exports, and employment. The surpluses in foreign trade generated in this way are to stabilize the economy, price, and the national currency. In 2021, the value of Turkish export amounted to approximately 225 billion of American dollars, but it is assumed that by 2023, it is expected to increase to 500 billion of American dollars. The regions with the greatest development potential for Turkish exports are considered to be countries with which Turkey has historical and cultural ties: the Balkans, the Middle East, North Africa, and Central Asia, while Western Europe and Eastern Asia are considered increasingly difficult to reach.
Thank you so much. And my first question, maybe we close the presentation. Okay, thank you so much. So my second question will be for Dr. Mustafa Aldağ. I would like to ask, what opportunities and challenge do you see for the development of economic relation between Poland and Turkey?
Thank you for this opportunity. There are several sectors in which Poland and Turkey could increase trade cooperation. First one is machinery and equipment. Turkey is a significant producer of machinery and equipment, including machine tools, construction equipments, and agricultural machinery. Poland is also a major producer of machinery and equipment with a strong focus on the automotive sector. There is potential for increasing trade and cooperation between the two countries in this sector, such as the exchange of expertise, technology, and business networks. The second one is food and agriculture. Turkey is a major producer and exporter of food products, including fruits, vegetables, and nuts. Poland is also a significant producer of agricultural products, including meat, dairy, and grains. There is an opportunity for increasing cooperation between the two countries in this sector, such as joint ventures in food processing, packaging, and distribution. And another one, textiles and clothing. Turkey is one of the world's largest producers and exporters of the textiles and clothing, while Poland is also a major producer of clothing and textiles. There's potential for increasing cooperation between the two countries in this sector, especially in areas such as design, production, and marketing. Information and communication technology is another could be. Both Turkey and Poland have a rapidly growing ICT sector with a strong focus on software development, digital services, and e-commerce. There is potential for increasing cooperation between the two countries in this sector, such as joint ventures, technology transfer, and the exchange of best practices. And the last one could be healthcare and pharmaceuticals. Turkey has a well-developed healthcare sector with a strong focus on medical tourism and pharmaceuticals. Poland is also a significant player in the pharmaceuticals industry. There is the opportunity for increasing cooperation between the two countries. To achieve the goal of increasing trade volume between Poland and Turkey, it is important to remove trade barriers and promote each other's products and services. This can be achieved through bilateral trade agreements, the facilitation of business-to-business contracts, and the organization of the trade fairs and exhibitions. It is also important to support CMEs, which are the backbone of the both countries' economies, by facilitating their access to financing, export markets, and business networks. By leveraging each other's strengths and promoting cooperation, Poland and Turkey can increase their trade volume and create mutual beneficial economic partnerships.
Thank you so much. And the last question is this serious for my friends, the people who helped me to organize the all series, and Dr. Zofia Gródek-Szostak. And I would like to ask you about what exactly are these innovations from our meeting, and how do they affect economic development?
It's a difficult and easier question, because innovation, what are there exactly? Everything is innovation. In general terms, according to Peter Drucker, innovation is an acceptable qualitative difference. Together with knowledge and human capital, innovation is currently considered one of the most important factors of economic growth and development. Other extremely important factors that determine economic development are assets, structure of the national economy and the mechanism of its functioning, the quality, quantity, and distribution of goods and services, and last but not least, the condition of the natural environment. However, sustainable socio-economic development depends to the greatest extent on innovation. Despite popular opinion that innovation is the dominant driving force of economic development, it is hard to prove its fact. Economic development includes both quantitative changes, increase in basic macroeconomic variables, for example, production, employment, investment, size of functioning capital, income, and what else? Consumption, as well as qualitative changes in a socio-economic system or organization of society. These qualitative changes include technical and technological progress, improvement of the system of local and global economic links, increase the workforce qualifications, modernization and the structure of the economy, increase micro and macro efficiency, as well as the emergence of the new products and improvement of the existing ones. What else? Development is also defined as the result of quantitative growth and qualitative progress in social, economic, and natural systems. According to another classification, there are 3 groups of local development factors. And what's important, the first is technical infrastructure, devices and networks that allow access to water and sewage, energy, gas, central heating, telecommunications, internet, transport, or environmental protection. The second is a human capital. How many qualified and educated people live in a region, and what is the local access to education that offers lifelong learning and adaptation to the changing needs of the labor market? The third of this so-called soft factors of regional development. This part includes social capital and innovation as they create conditions for building a knowledge-based economy, allow access to the new technologies, and foster diffusion of innovation, organizational structure, and institutional equipment. In a market economy, socio-economic development is measured primarily by the level of competitiveness of technologies and organizational solutions, as well as manufactured products, services, and etc. As an immanent feature of modern development, competition forces innovations and changes in response to emerging market opportunities and challenges. Please remember that innovations are created due to the appropriate use of knowledge resources. Therefore, the proper management of knowledge and those intellectual capital, along with the use of the result of using these resources, cannot be overestimated. It is assumed that the innovative potential can develop when a well-established scientific and research base is available. We are scientists, so most research approaches assume that there is a direct relationship between knowledge and innovation in a given territorial system. The strategic importance of innovation for economic growth and development was first described by Joseph Schumpeter. He emphasized the importance of entrepreneurship as a driving force for economic growth. Entrepreneurs create technical and financial innovations in a fact of competition and failing profits. This causes economic fluctuations, up and downs, that create business cycles. There is also the concept of innovation waves, which demonstrates the relationship between the business cycle and economic development. So conclusions, according to it, key innovations are the driving force of economic development and appear country in a cycles to develop entrepreneurs, regions, and countries. So thank you.
And I would like to say and ask you about the second question for you. What are the systemic and instruments to support the development of innovation?
Okay, it's a difficult question.
Oh my gosh, difficult, because this is a difficult topic.
Yes, but your question is very problematic. It's the largest question. So I try to answer.
We have time, we can stay and talk, no problem.
Okay, so I try. The European Union's innovation policy includes a number of support instruments for innovation, including government programs, tools, mechanisms, and measures. Most often, these instruments are divided into 3 groups. First is definite as a regulatory. It's a, it's a legal instrument, which include legal acts issued by the state to motivate companies to innovate, especially small and medium-sized enterprises. The second group consists of systemic tools, means governmental and EU support. These are programs to guide activities that the government believes support the development of innovation. And the third group, last but not least, of the instruments is institutional. It means providing financial and non-financial support. These are national, regional, and local institutions established to advise and provide training, information, or financial support. Currently, EU's innovation policy has, I remember, 4 directions. First, special support for technical innovations in small and medium-sized enterprises based on a wide range of various organizational solutions and economic instruments. The second, promoting new enterprise that use state-of-the-art technology, mainly by financial support and facilitating privileged capital investments. Third is focusing on improving managerial qualifications necessary for the implementation and diffusion of technical innovations, for example, by supporting the development of organizations that provide training and consulting services in innovation management. It's a main role of business environment institution, especially network institution. And last is fostering the flow of new technology into industry by using a number of instruments to facilitate technology transfer from academia to industry. What next? Governments provide capital enhancing loans and tax relief to support small business investment programs. There are various types of guarantee and loan funds that facilitate innovation credit. At the same time, there are often government subsidies for research related to technology transfer in avant-garde industries, such as technology, synthetic materials, IT, ICT, and telecom. Subsidies are also provided to those companies that have implemented advanced technology products. And conclusions, at the same time, innovation policy instruments affect the allocation of economic processes, contributing to the use of technological resources for applications other than explainable by market needs. This reduces the efficiency of their use and increases the risk of mismanagement, what is very important. So thank you, Karolina. That's all.
Thank you so much. My next question, I would like to ask Dr. Aldağ about what can we discuss systemic and public instruments supporting innovation development in Turkey?
Thank you. After that, before that questions, Turkey has been putting a strong emphasis on innovation development in recent years and has implemented several systemic and public instruments to support this goal. These instruments include, first one is research and development tax incentives. What does it mean? It is the Turkish government offers tax incentives for companies that invest in R&D activities. The incentives include a tax credit of up to 100% of the eligible research and development expenses, depending on the size and type of the company. This policy aims to encourage businesses to invest in innovative projects and help develop a knowledge-based economy. The research and development tax incentives are available to all companies that are registered in Turkey and engage in R&D activities. The second one is technology development zones. Turkey has established technology development zones to create an environment that fosters innovations and entrepreneurship. These zones provide a range of services and infrastructure to support technology-based companies, such as an incubation, acceleration, and funding programs, and offer tax incentives and reduce regulatory burden to the companies operating with them. Currently, there are 81 technology zones in Turkey, and they are located in various regions of the Turkey. The third one is technology transfer offices. TTOs are established within universities and research centers to facilitate the commercialization of intellectual property and promote the transfer of technology to industry. The TTOs provide support services for patenting, licensing, and commercialization of research results, and offer training and network opportunities for researchers and entrepreneurs. Currently, there are more than 100 TTOs in Turkey. Turkey participates in several international cooperation programs aimed at promoting innovation and research collaboration. For example, Turkey is a member of the European Union's Horizon 2020 program, which provides funding opportunities for innovative research projects and supports the commercializations of research results. Turkey is also a member of the European Research Area, which aims to create a unified research area in Europe by coordinating and funding research projects across Europe. The fourth one is entrepreneurship and innovation centers. The Turkish government has established several entrepreneurship and innovation centers to support startup and small and medium-sized enterprises. These centers offer training and mentoring programs, access to funding, and incubation and acceleration services to help young entrepreneurship turn their ideas to a successful business. The last one is public funding program. Turkey offers several public funding programs to support innovative projects and startups. These programs include grants, loans, and equity financing for technology-based companies and research projects. Some of the notable public funding programs in Turkey include the Technology Innovation Fund, which provides funding for research and development and innovation projects, and the Small and Medium Enterprises Development Organization Entrepreneurship Support Program, which provides financial and non-financial support to startups and SMEs. In conclusion, Turkey has implemented several systemic and public instruments to support innovation development. These instruments aim to create an environment that fosters innovation, entrepreneurship, and knowledge-based economy, and provide support services, funding, and incentives to companies and individuals involved in research and development activities.
And the last question is in this series for Dr. Karolina Kotulewicz-Wisińska, and I would ask about what are the main economics indicators that can characterize this cooperational potential.
Karolina, use the microphone. We don't hear you.
Okay, thank you. Turkey remains Poland's main partner in the Middle East. According to data for 2021, Turkey ranks 23rd of the list of the most important recipients of Polish exports and 35th among the most important destinations for imports to Poland. In 2021, trade turnover amount to 8 billion in euro, an increase of 27.3% compared to 2020. Polish exports amount to about 3 billion in euro, an increase of 18.7% years to years, and imports from Turkey amounted to 5 billion in euro, increased by 32.1% years to years. Since 2017, in trade with Turkey, Poland has been recording a deepening deficit. After 11 months of 2022, a continuation of the dynamic growth of mutual trade is visible. Compared to the same period in 2021, Polish exports increased by almost 35% and imports by almost 27%. But there are opportunities to make up for it. Almost 1/5 of Turkish exports goes to the countries of the Middle East, which are one of the most important directions of Turkey commercial expansions, good with a value over 8 times higher than those from Poland are sent there. What do we export to Turkey? For example, mainly machines and mechanical devices. Non-rail vehicles also have a large share. Turkey also buys base metals from Poland and chemicals. Turkish companies sell to us mainly textiles. We also buy non-rail vehicles and machines and mechanical devices. Apparently, the breach of supply chains from China during the pandemic redirected some orders of Polish clothing store chains to Turkey. Turkey, for example, service turnover, according to the data of Central Statistical Office, in 2021, the value of services provided by Polish enterprises in Turkey amount to 142.3 million euro, which means an increase compared to 2020 years. In turn, the value of services purchasing by Polish enterprises from Turkish companies in 2021 was 270.2 million euro, which means a significant increase in the scope of cooperation compared to 2022. And next data, Central Bank of Poland estimate that the cumulative value of capital invested by Turkish companies in Poland as at the end of 2021 amounted to 78.2 million euro, which was a negligible part of all FDI in our country. In 2021 alone, the inflow of Turkish capital amounted to 13.3 million euro. According to the data from the Central Statistical Office in Poland, at the end of 2021, there were 100 59 entities in Poland with Turkish capital, which in total amounted to 305.5 million in Polish zloty, constituting 0.1% of the total share in foreign capital in Poland. Among the above enterprises, 20 employed 10 or more people. In total, 1,157 people were employed in these 20 plants. Receivable from Polish foreign direct investment in Turkey at the end of 2021 amounted to 223.9 million of euro. Asseco South Eastern Europe, Pharmaceutical Polpharma, the Selena Group, Construction Chemicals also has its factory in Turkey. Maspex, food industry, and elemental recycling trade in secondary raw materials are also investing in Turkey. In the past, Rafako, SMYK, and X brokers were also active in the Turkish market. Thank you.
If someone only listens our debate in Spotify, you can look for our movie in Facebook or in YouTube too, because Dr. Karolina Kotulewicz-Wisińska made a very useful presentation. So if you only listen, you can watch too in the different channels. So you can do this for two sides. And my next question will be for Dr. Mustafa Aldağ, and I would like to ask what step can be taken to increase trade relation between two countries, for example, for Polish and Turkey?
Thank you for the questions. Poland and Turkey have a long history of diplomatic and economic relations. Both countries are members of NATO, and their political and economic systems share many similarities. In recent years, there has been a growing interest in enhancing economic cooperation between Poland and Turkey, as both countries seek to expand their trade and investment ties and strengthen their economy. There are several conditions and mechanisms that can be used to establish and develop Polish and Turkish economic cooperation. The first one could be bilateral agreements. One of the most fundamental mechanisms for establishing and developing economic cooperation between Poland and Turkey is through bilateral agreements. And the second one is free trade agreements. Free trade agreements between Poland and Turkey can help to reduce trade barriers such as tariffs, non-tariff barriers, and regulatory differences. And free trade agreement can increase trade flows between the two countries, create new business opportunities, and attract foreign investment. And third one, investment incentives. Both Poland and Turkey can offer investment incentives to encourage business to invest in each other's market. The fourth one, joint ventures. Companies from Poland and Turkey can form joint ventures to explore new markets, share technologies and expertise, and increase their competitiveness. The fifth one, business matchmaking events. Both Poland and Turkey can organize business matchmaking events and trade fairs to promote networking and business opportunities between companies in both countries. Another one, sector-specific initiatives. Poland and Turkey can develop sector-specific initiatives to enhance cooperation in areas such as energy, agriculture, tourism, and technology. For example, Poland has a strong renewable energy sector and Turkey has a growing market for clean energy. Both countries can work together to share expertise and promote trade and investment in this sector. Similarly, Poland is a major producer of food products and Turkey is a major consumer of food products. Cooperation in this sector can create new opportunities for both countries. Another could be cultural exchange. Cultural exchange programs can be established to promote understanding and friendship between the people of both countries, which can enhance economic cooperation and trade. Cultural exchange programs can include student exchange, language courses, and cultural events. And the final one, diplomatic support. Diplomatic channels can be used to facilitate economic cooperation between the two countries. Regular high-level meetings between officials can help to identify areas of mutual interest and overcome any obstacles that may arise. Joint economic committees can be established to coordinate economic relations and provide a forum for discussion and negotiation. In conclusion, the establishment and development of economic cooperation between Poland and Turkey can be beneficial for both countries. The mechanism and initiatives mentioned above can help to increase trade and investment flows, create new business opportunities, and promote mutual learning and innovation.
Thank you so much. The second question will be for Dr. Karolina Kotulewicz-Wisińska, and I would like to ask, what would be possible to support Polish-Turkish economic cooperation?
Also, the Turkish economy has many problems, high inflation, currency debt. However, it is Polish entrepreneurs who are aware that the Turkish industry offers attractive, high-quality products at competitive prices. In many sectors, for example, defense and automotive, they are at the highest global technological level. The offer of the Turkish agri-food industry is also extremely attractive. And of course, tourist services and beauty and spa. According to available data in 2022, Turkey was visited by over 1 million Polish tourists. This was facilitated by an attractive offer and the possibility of traveling to Turkey on the basis of ID, no passports or visas. Started in February 2022, Russia's aggressions against Ukraine and related sanctions imposed by the EU on Russia and Belarus, a drastic increase in the cost of freight between China and Europe gave Polish-Turkish cooperation a new impetus. Polish companies successfully replaced imports from the above-mentioned countries' cooperation with Turkish companies. This allows us to assume that in 2023, the trend of increasing mutual trade between Poland and Turkey will continue. The barrier of 10 billion euro in mutual turnover will be exceeded. The remaining barriers to turnover growth need to be removed. Organizational, administrative, tariff, and non-tariff. This issue was discussed during bilateral economic consultations at ministerial level, which took place in Ankara on September 2022. They will be dealt with by a Polish-Turkish working team, the creation of which was agreed in Ankara by the ministers of both countries. And perspective area of cooperation in next, energy in connection with the sector of machinery, equipment, and technologies for the mining industry. The potential in this area is created, among other, by the high demand for energy in Turkey, caused by economic and demographic growth, globalization, and terms of a higher tendency to adapt to Western cultural and consumption patterns. Next, it is transport. Transport in terms of infrastructure and means of transport. Turkey is implementing a road transport infrastructure development program, construction of new sections of roads, highways, bridges, rail transport, planned construction of high-speed rail routes, expansion of the subway in Ankara, expansion of public rail transport trams in 5 Turkish cities, and aviation, construction of new airports. And next sectors, for example, pharmaceutical, cosmetics, healthcare sector, the potential is created by demographic and development factors, increasing the availability of medical care, increasing the wealth of the society and its consumption need, government's programs to improve the health condition of the society. And next sector, this is agriculture and agri-food processing, an increase in the standard of living, a change in cultural conditions, and a growing demand for consumer goods mean that Turkey is systematically opening up to imported goods, hitherto absent from the Turkish food market. Partial adoption of the Western lifestyle by the young generation of Turkish society increases the demand for the use of new market proposals, creates an opportunity to introduce Polish agri-food processing products to the Turkish market, such as hard cheese, blue cheese, butter, and derivated products, sweets, energy drinks, and a number of other. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And last but not least, Dr. Zofia Gródek-Szostak, and I would like to ask, what are the mechanisms of disseminating Turkish technologies in Poland and Polish technologies in Turkey? The floor is yours.
I will refer to statement by Ph.D. Karolina Kotulewicz-Wisińska and Ph.D. Jem Aldağ. Turkey is the 19th global and 4th non-European Union market for Polish goods. The country imports more from us than exports. In 2019, during the Polish-Turkish Economic Forum, entrepreneurs from both countries discussed the prospects of cooperation in energy, mining, IT, ICT, and innovative automotive industries. The Turkish market is well known to Polish companies representing the energy, mining, machinery, and furniture industry, as say Karolina. On the other hand, Turkish construction and textile companies have established a strong presence in Poland. During Polish-Turkish state-level economic consultations held parallel to the Business Forum, common challenges were discussed, among others, the fourth industrial revolution and changes in a global trading system. Minister Karolina, please correct me if I make mistake. Ruszar Pekcham stressed that the governments of both countries will join forces to increase our trade balance from 6 billion euro to 10 billion euro for the 100th anniversary of the friendship treaty between Poland and Turkey in 2023. As I remember, Minister Pekchar said that our friendly relations had been going on for 600 years of that they were worth depending by facilitating business contacts, for example, modernizing the customer policy. A minister said that Turkey offered a number of investment incentives, especially for innovative projects, and developed a network of incubators at technical universities. As Pekcan explained, the intensive development of industry and services in Turkey, supported by high demographic growth, third largest population in the Middle East, generates an increased demand of electricity. According to the National Development Strategy, by 2023, the country will be the 10th largest economy in the world in terms of GDP. This is due to a strong service sector, which generates 60% of the Turkish GDP, as well as a heavy industry, the automotive, electronics, and petrochemical sectors. Another industry in which Polish-Turkey cooperation has room for growth is also the automotive industry, especially in a context of cooperation between Polish manufacturers of car components and Turkey partners. Turkey is a fifth manufacturer in an automotive market in Europe, with the ambition to enter global markets with its own brand. Poland, in turn, is a leading European center for the production of accessories and innovative car components. There's two sides complement each other perfectly. In the last 15 years, Turkey investors have implemented projects with a total value $112.3 million, creating almost 1,300 jobs in the textile, automotive, and R&D sectors. In the same period, Polish companies carried out investment projects in Turkey worth a total of $281.6 million. One of the largest Polish investors in Turkey is Empik Media and Fashion. And now for the latest date for 2022. Polish entrepreneurs are aware that the Turkish industry offers attractive, high-quality products and competitive services. As Ph.D. Karolina say, in many sectors, for example, defense and automotive, they are at the state-of-art technological level. The offer of the Turkey agri-food industry is also extremely attractive, not to mention tourist and beauty and spa services. According to data, more than 1 million Polish tourists visited Turkey in 2022, attracted by the local offer and the possibility of traveling to Turkey only with an ID. I'm aware that we are running out of time, but I have one more piece of information. It's very important, namely the activities of the business network. According to statement Professor Jem, network like Enterprise Europe Network, the EN helps businesses innovate and grow internationally. It is the world's largest support network for small and medium-sized enterprises with international ambitions. The network is worldwide. It's a bring together experts from member organizations that are renowned for the excellence in business support, and member organizations include Chamber of Commerce and Industry, regional development organizations, universities and research institutes, and innovation agencies. Individual business cannot become network members, but can enjoy many services offered. The Enterprise Europe Network can also offer a targeted approach aimed specifically at our business sector. Its group of experts cover all key economic sectors, from healthcare, agri-food, intelligence, energy to fashion and textile. In addition, the Enterprise Europe Network will help companies increase their resilience and support SMEs in a transition to more sustainable and digital business models. It is through the Enterprise Europe network that Polish and Turkey entrepreneurs can establish business, trade, or research cooperation. In this optimistic part. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And I would like to thanks for my guests for this debate about Polish-Turkish economical relation. I would thanks for all people who are watching us and invite you for the all debate from Kraków Talks about Turkey series. Thank you so much and see you again.